Why?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. As an American, I would have thought the British would have been very wealthy as well. We had Brits stunned to learn how much poorer they are than Americans. I didn't even know this was a thing, but I'm curious to know what is being talked about. Why do they feel like they're so much poorer? Hey, I know some poor people back at home, fam. I know some poor people. Let's go ahead and check this video out, man.
So according to the Institute of Economic Affairs, Britain is now poorer than all 50 American states. We've been overtaken, this is by GDP per capita, we've been overtaken by Mississippi, which is the poorest American state. But what's really interesting is they did a poll of 3,000 British voters asking them where they thought the UK was in terms of wealth, and British people thought that on average they would be the 7th wealthiest state if it was an American state. So the question is, why do
I'm not gonna lie. As an American, I would have thought the British would have been very wealthy as well. Not poorer than every 50. This gotta be,
British people
this
think
can't
they're
be
much
right,
wealthier
right?
than they actually are. If Britain was an American state, how wealthy do you think it would be? How many American states do you think are wealthier than us in terms of GDP per capita?
Blimey heck, me. You're asking the wrong person. Let's say 30. Just ballpark
30.
guess. I have genuinely no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I think depending on the area as well. If we're talking like different areas of the UK.
So this is the UK as a whole.
Okay.
Oh, UK as a whole.
Each American state as a
So
whole.
in comparison, is that the question?
Yes.
What state?
Yeah. So what state would we be most like? How many states are poorer than us? How many states are richer than us?
Okay, mate, I have no idea.
Yeah, this is not a you question.
Talking
Is there a right
Californian stuff,
answer?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll give you the answer. Yeah, have a guess.
So how many are richer than the UK?
Yeah, so it's 50 states.
Yeah.
If we were a state, how rich would we be?
I reckon we are in the lower 25%. I'm saying like a quarter.
That's definitely true.
Is it?
Extremely true. Actually, so we would actually be the 51st state, the poorest state. Every single American state.
Bro, that's so insane to me, bro. Like, I don't believe that. The poorest state. The whole country of Great Britain would be the poorest state if it was a state in the United States. That's mind-boggling. That's
Been
crazy
overtaken
to
by
me, bro.
Mississippi, which
Yeah.
was the poorest American state. And there was a survey done for 3,000 British voters were polled, and most British voters thought we would be about 7th. Which is
Seventh out of 50,
7th out of
Jesus
50, whereas we're actually 51.
Oh my God.
So why do you think we're so much poorer than the Americans?
Because everything here is so expensive. So the housing market, for example, the houses you could get in the US versus the house in the UK, you're talking like triple the size.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone's money is spent on rent.
Bro, what? My people was over here complaining about how expensive the US is, but things are more expensive in the UK. No, come on, fam. What's going on in the world, bruh? This all I hear every day is how expensive the US is. And apparently things are more expensive in the UK. The housing market. Are we serious? Are we serious?
Mortgages, it's just so much more expensive here. I also think that the job market, the amount that people get paid for the same jobs in America is significantly more. So it's just not giving people fair opportunities because of the amount of money and tax. Most of people's wages go to tax as well. So the actual take home is very, very limited.
Hey, it's same in the
If
US
Britain was
though.
to join the United States as the 51st state, how many states do you think would be richer than us per person, and how many would be poorer than us?
Ooh. I would say
Come
there'd
on,
probably
Tom
be
Cruise.
20 states richer,
Yeah.
and then 32 poorer.
And just to clarify, so your perspective, you're from Northern Ireland originally, which is obviously part of the UK, but
That's
you
right.
now live in Texas. So
Yeah.
you've got both perspectives.
For sure, there's a lot of rich people in the US, but only in certain states like New York, Texas, California.
No way. No way he just said that. Only in certain states. No way, bruh. No way, bruh. I feel offended, bruh. Bro, there's so many. The thing is, there's so many rich people outside of these states of like New York, Texas, and the states that he's about to name. Bro, there's super rich people in Idaho, North Dakota, and these states that are not even thought of for real. You know what I'm saying? These people own huge farmland. You feel me? They're a big part of, you know what I'm saying, U.S. agriculture and things like that. These people, there's people outside of these places that got money, fam.
Yeah. But then you go to like Oklahoma and stuff, and they're just not that rich there.
So I'm possibly going to surprise you because according to the new study, every single American state is now wealthier per person
wow.
than the UK,
Okay.
including Mississippi, which was well, it still is the poorest state per capita, has now overtaken the UK.
Wow, that's crazy. I
yeah.
had no idea.
So this kind of leads us
Come
on to
on,
the next
Tom
question.
Cruise, I
Why do you
believed in
think
you.
British people think we're richer than we are?
I would say there's a lot more middle class in Britain.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you drive around small towns in America, it looks like there's a lot of poor people. But there's also a lot of rich people in the US. So it just varies. I think the general middle class in the UK just feels like they're richer.
Yeah. And what's very interesting is that, you say, was it 25th or something? You did a lot better than the British public as a whole. So the British public, 3,000 people were surveyed, and the average was 7th. They thought we'd be the 7th richest state, when we'd be the 51st.
Yeah, wow.
So clearly there's a big disconnect between how rich British people think they are and
Yeah.
how rich we actually are.
For sure. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah. Crazy.
It is huge. There was a recent survey that found that Britain is now poorer than all 50 American states. We've just been overtaken by Mississippi.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we get run down a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think Britain's as bad as people say.
Yeah, but there was also a poll, and British people think that if Britain was an American state, we'd be the 7th richest state. So the actual answer is 51. We would be the poorest American state.
But it depends who you ask, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ask the rest of the people, that might get a different answer.
Do you think that, because obviously like quality of life stuff, like we have like free healthcare and stuff,
Yeah.
do you think that kind of makes up for there not being so rich GDP per capita?
It depends what you deem as being rich, though, doesn't it? You're
Yeah.
talking monetary, lifestyle, quality of life. Wouldn't go to America if you paid me.
Really?
I've got no interest in going to America.
Do you think, okay, so
I could tell he was a hater from the beginning, bro. Like, he was not having it. He didn't. This wasn't even about going to America. He was already bad, bro. I could tell. And then we got to the conversation, and he brought up going to. His question wasn't even about going to America, my guy. Chill out,
I certainly
man.
wouldn't go now.
if Britain was an American state, if we
Yeah,
were
he
50
was. Hey, he was having a bad day. He had to have been having a bad day. Bless his heart, because he was just, his attitude was just not there, bro. I hope he ended up having a better day.
To
my guy.
America if you paid me.
Really?
I've got no interest in going to America.
Do you think, okay, so a lot of American,
Certainly wouldn't go now.
if Britain was an
Yeah,
American
he
state,
just
we
cut
were
off
the
that
51st
interview.
State, how many states do you think would be richer than us, and how many states do you think would be poorer than us?
Oh, that's a very good question. I like that one.
Thank you.
I don't know what a state is. Can
Okay.
you give me an example?
So like California, Texas,
Oh, okay,
Florida.
Texas.
There's 50
Yeah.
states in the American
Okay.
Union. If Britain was to become the 51st state, how many states would we be richer than? How many would we be poorer than?
Oh, that's fun. Do you know?
I reckon we'd be in the top 10.
You reckon?
I reckon.
Bro, watching these videos make me really interested in going to the UK, bro. I really want to, like, just to interact with the people and just see what they got to say about the US. Cause she hollered about, she didn't even know what a state was, bro. So that would be like, that's interesting to me, fam.
We'd be in the
Like,
top 10, yeah, because I feel like London's got a lot of business going on. It's got a very flourishing capital. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you look where we are now, lots of tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say about top 10,
you reckon?
definitely.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. What about you, June?
Because I like the number 2, I'm going to say top 22.
Top 22. That's nice.
Oh.
Even.
Yeah, that's fair
I've got some bad news. We would be the 51st, the
Oh, it's
poorest. The poor. If every single American state, including Mississippi and Alabama, which are the poorest states, are now richer than Britain on a per capita basis, so per person. Yeah.
No way, that doesn't make sense.
But what's interesting is that there was a big survey done, and most British people think that we would be number 7. So 3,000 British people were asked, and the average number was.
He said
we
that
would be
don't
number
make
7.
sense.
Which is pretty much what you thought.
Yeah, I said
Hey,
10.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard it, it threw me off too as well, bro. Like every state, we're comparing to a country. Yeah, even Mississippi. Hey, bro. Like I agree, bro. Like
And
I
so
still
that
can't
actually,
believe
You're
it.
actually more accurate than the average British person. But so why do you think we're so much poorer than Americans? And why don't we realise it?
I think it will be because like right now, probably like London's not like it's not like looking after itself, and we're not looking after each other. I don't feel like there's a lot of a community or like there's not much of a community here. I feel like everyone's very like segregated in certain regards. Like they're segregated within their communities, and I feel like we don't look to help each other out. It's everyone's each for their own, which overall, even though each for your own you think would benefit you, I feel like overall negatively impacts everyone.
Do you think America has better communities than we do? Stronger communities?
I feel like, yeah, definitely in certain states, like even if you don't like those communities, I feel like there's definitely some mad communities out there, like, do you know what I mean? But I feel like if you go to each state, there's a very tight-knit. Like, if you go to Alabama, you know what type of person you're expected to meet. If you're going to Texas, you kind of know, you know what I mean? You know what a Texas person is going to be like, you feel me?
Yeah. Do you agree with this?
Well, it's because we also had lockdown as well.
But the Americans did as well.
Oh.
I wish we could use that excuse.
Yeah.
But,
I
everyone did.
don't know. I think there's a lot of bums here as well. I can't lie. There's a lot of people that don't really work a lot.
Because America has less wealth.
Bro, we got a whole lot of homeless people, bro. Go look up the homeless people in California and LA, bro. There's plenty of homeless people, trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people in America, like, I don't know, even though they've got a terrible, well, in my opinion, terrible prime minister or president, whatever it's called, that thing. I think we have a lot of lazy people in the UK, whereas America, I feel like everyone's like really bright, really happy. I want to work, like, I feel like it's more fun.
Hey, if only she knew, bruh. She holla. I feel like it's more fun. If only she knew, dog. Hey, I'm very surprised by this, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I was very surprised by this. Even they talking about poor people, bro. We got plenty, bro. California on its own, fam. Have a lot. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, comment down below y'all thoughts. Were y'all surprised by this as well? I was super surprised, bro. I was not expecting this. I would like to hear what y'all thoughts are, what y'all think about this. But I hope you guys enjoy my reaction, my commentary. If you did, special like, sub the channel, guys. Stay tuned next, y'all.